Hard Knocks is coming to the Jets. Let's get into it. Zoinks! But it is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh Darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh Darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Hey everybody, my name is Paul Lesden Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com, and breaking news minutes ago, the article link is down below. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk and NBC Sports, he said that the Jets are quote-unquote bracing themselves for the preseason Hard Knocks assignment, despite making it known publicly and privately their lack of interest in serving as the focal point of this year's show. Guys, I just want to say, I don't want to do an I told you so thing, but the people, like whether it was Robert Saleh or Justin Hardy or some fans that were pushing against Hard Knocks, we don't want it, well, it's going to happen. And the Jets can be forced to do it. Now, again, according to Mike Florio of, again, Pro Football Talk and NBC Sports, the Jets are bracing for it. They are, quote-unquote, expecting it to be shoved down their throat. And for obvious reasons, the other teams that were being considered, the New Orleans Saints, the Chicago Bears, and the Washington Commanders, they're just not as interesting, obviously. The national world wants in on the Jets. While there's going to be plenty of primetime opportunities, 5, obviously including the Black Friday game as well. So they're getting all these opportunities to see him. But it's Aaron Rodgers, and he's friggin' interesting. But the thing why I just didn't like that Robert Saleh said publicly he didn't want it, or Justin Hardy coming out, is because these comments, when it's official, it's not official yet, but the Jets are bracing that they're going to be forced to do this. And this is what I foresaw happening anyway, way back when, because obviously the Jets were the most interesting team. That's why Hard Knocks waited to announce it, because they wanted it to be the Jets. The moment that the Aaron Rodgers thing came to fruition, Robert Saleh is going to look silly when he said he didn't want it, and now you're doing it. Awkward. You know, the Jersey Shore. Awkward. It's going to be weird. Justin Hardy, it's going to be a distraction. You only make a distraction if you believe it's a distraction. If you see it, Justin Hardy, Robert Saleh, fans, players, whatever, if you just see it as another set of cameras, whatever, we're doing our job, we can't control that. That's what the answer should have been from Robert Saleh. That's what the answer should have been from Justin Hardy. But they are the ones that said, we don't want it, we don't want the extra attention. And now you're getting it, and now those comments are going to come back up, and they're going to look bad. Here's the fact of the matter. To me, I think the distraction thing is absolute nonsense. I don't think it's true, because there's cameras all over the place. When you bring in Aaron Rodgers, more cameras are going to come. More attention is going to come. If you are going to be affected by cameras, TV shows, any of that kind of jazz, you were never going to make it in the first place. I want the Jets to make it. And also, as a Jets content creator and diehard Jets fan, I want Hard Knocks. They give you more. People keep trying to make it a pissing contest between Hard Knocks and One Jets Drive. There is no pissing contest. One Jets Drive is going to keep doing their thing if Hard Knocks is there or not. Hard Knocks is going to do their thing. They're bringing a national perspective. One Jets Drive and Flight 23 Ascension and all that stuff is the inside Jets operation from a Jets perspective. People that are employed by the Jets. Hard Knocks is not employed by the Jets, so we're going to see different stories. We're going to see different things, and of course, this is not an insult to One Jets Drive or Flight 23 Ascension. They brought me into their facilities this offseason. It was a bucket list item. But, like, let's be honest. Their crew is and Hard Knocks crew is Hard Knocks has hundreds of people working for them. The Jets Flight 23 One Jets Drive group is like 10 people. I mean, what are we talking about here? We're going to get more content. That's something Jet fans should be for. If the coaches and players don't want it, boo-hoo. It's happening, whether you wanted it or not. That's what I thought was going to happen months ago, and now the Jets are quote-unquote bracing for it. The Washington Commanders, not interesting. The Chicago Bears, not interesting. New Orleans Saints, not interesting. The Jets, interesting. Of course they are. When the Jets are playing good football in the NFL, the entire NFL is better for it. The New York market, Aaron Rodgers, and all the star talent of offense rookie year, defense rookie year, the overall NFL group is interested in it, and for good reason. I'm looking forward to your comments, guys. We could go back and forth. I'll crack the knuckles and we could talk about it. I'm looking forward to having a healthy debate if and when this becomes official so we can all talk about it, because I think the distraction thing is nonsense. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Hard freaking Knocks, the iconic music, I was going to say Ray Donovan, but, Liab, that guy, Liab Shriver, he's phenomenal. Like, it's great to have the attention. The Jets get attention whether they win or lose, but they get a lot more when they win. This is going to be magical. This is going to be freaking awesome. And while the Jets are bracing for this forced thing, you don't have to make it a bad thing. You don't have to make it, the big bad Hard Knock screws coming in. I would embrace the awesome opportunity. They're going to be able to tell cool stories. Players are getting cut. Like, obviously that's hard. And seeing this, like, one Jets drive, have they ever shown players going into the room and Robert Saleh saying, sorry, you're cut? No, that's a Hard Knocks thing. They show you a certain flavor. Hard Knocks will show you a different one. And we're just going to have a ton of content to absorb. And if this season is as magical as we all believe it can be, wouldn't you want as much coverage on that as possible? I know I do. So, not to say I told you so, but kind of I told you so. It seems like a forced Hard Knocks appearance is coming, and I'm not surprised in the least. They were the clear and obvious choice, and we will see how Saleh and Justin Hardy and other players respond after doing some of that chatter on social media that they didn't want it and they think it could be this disruptive thing. And then now they're going to get it anyway, and they have to answer those questions. It's going to be a little awkward, but of course, those guys put it on themselves. So that is the breaking news minutes ago. Had to jump on immediately. This is from Mike Florio. Quote, per a league source, the Jets are bracing for the preseason Hard Knocks assignment despite making it known publicly and privately their lack of interest in serving as the focal point of this year's show, end quote. And we will see where it goes from here. I'm excited about it, but you guys, let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you guys like this video and hit subscribe down below for more juicy New York Jets content. You guys can read the full report from Mike Florio in the description down below. Thanks, everybody, and let's get in.